I'm on a long road, lifelong mission. Even if you had my contact, you still couldn't see what I envisioned. My eyes so focused on the mission. On the loud, God with me, cause the odds are against me. Only trust in God, so the evil is against me. Just thanks for putting a smile in the face on me, that they friendly.
What's happening with y'all? I'd like to welcome all y'all to Support You YouTube channel. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Ezekiel. Today's topic is going to be trauma bonding. And what exactly is trauma bonding? Trauma bonding is when you connect with someone or build a relationship based around the trauma that both of y'all might have went through. This can be friendships, this can be intimate relationships, it can be all kind of different aspects in life of what you connected with through trauma. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people have trauma bonding relationships where it might be abusive relationships or it could be verbally abusive relationships, and sometimes this causes people to be in relationships way longer than they should, you know what I'm saying, because of they share this common bond of trauma. So this person feel like they have to stay in this relationship longer, or they might feel like they have to stay loyal to this person for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to say about trauma bonding um, relationships, most of the time they are not good because the way you handle your trauma might be different from how I handle mine. You might use your trauma to manipulate people and to finesse people. I might use my trauma to do like I'm doing now, try to help other people or use it in a positive way. So we just have to be aware of what trauma bonding is and what experiences that you went through that this other person might have that's similar, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that y'all supposed to relate. Just because y'all have certain things that y'all relate on don't mean y'all supposed to relate. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we have to be aware of. Is trauma bonding friendships and relationships. I'm pretty sure a lot of us right now currently is probably in a trauma bond relationship and don't even know it's a trauma bonding relationship. And this could be a friendship, like I said, because I have been in trauma bonding friendships, with people, and just based off the trauma, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that me and this person was even supposed to, be on the same level, because they morals and they principles might be different from mine. You know what I'm saying? And like I said previously, they might handle their trauma different from how you handle yours. You know what I'm saying? Some people use their trauma to play the victim. You know what I'm saying? And in every situation, they constantly like playing the victim because of their trauma, because they haven't figured out a way to manage their trauma. So they go build all these trauma bond relationships and friendships, and every time something go on, it's never their fault. It's always the other person's fault. So that's just something that we have to be aware of. It's trauma bonding with friendships and relationships, because those relationships sometimes can be devastating. You know what I'm saying? Because they can be energy draining. They can take so much from you that when that relationship over, you may not even be the same person that you was when you came in a relationship. You might leave the relationship a totally different person. Your outlook on everything might be totally different. This can probably jade how you might view the world. You might view the world this one way, but you get into a trauma bonding relationship, it might turn everything how you view the world. It might turn your whole view to a whole nother different view, and it may not be positive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to bring awareness and attention to trauma bonding relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in the black culture, our majority of our relationships is built around trauma, because everything around our culture is trauma. You know what I'm saying? And that's trauma go back like years and years and years, like 400-500 years, or probably longer. You know what I'm saying, of trauma. So like that's stems a lot of relationships. It's the trauma in our culture. A lot of us, relate to things off of trauma. You know what I'm saying? From the movies that we watch to the music that we listen to. You know what I'm saying? It's all trauma. So like we make these bonds with these different artists, because they music relate to what's going on in our culture. So we feel this bond and connection with this person. But just cause this person, is in the spotlight and making music, what I'm saying, that you can relate to, don't necessarily mean this person even might not even be a good person. They might just know, okay, I can use this right here to make money, so this is what I'm a rap about. And they may not even have no real connection with their fans. They may not have no real connection with the hood or whatever. Some of them may not even been in those situations. They could be um rapping about other people's lives, or they could be, what I'm saying, yeah, rapping about other people's lives and using that to manipulate you to have you thinking, oh, this is how this person really living, and they may not never been in none of those situations that they rapping about. You know what I'm saying? They might be using other people, point of views or other people's lives to, relate these messages in their songs and to, build a fan base. But most of it is based around trauma. If you just listen to the music and take the beat away and listen to the lyrics, all the lyrics, most of the lyrics in our culture is trauma lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like murder, murder, kill, kill all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hear that in other cultures in their music but ours. Like you don't hear country singers, you know what I'm saying, talking about they finna slide on each other, you know what I'm saying, calling each other out. So, you don't hear about Gar Brooks talking about he finna slide on Tim McGraw. You know what I'm saying? Like when the last time you heard about Billy Ray Cyrus getting into it with another country singer, you know what I'm saying? Or them beefing, or you see them on social media with guns pointing in their screens, you know what I'm saying, screaming at the top of their lungs at each other about what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We the only culture that, that relate to trauma. And, I ain't gonna say relate because trauma, that don't necessarily have a race because everyone is affected by trauma. But I just feel like we the only race that people know that, we've been through a lot of traumatizing experiences. So you know what I'm saying, we automatically gonna connect to certain things based off the trauma. And a lot of people and people in higher position know this and they use that to play on us. You know what I'm saying? They use that to have these connections with us through our trauma and we eat it up every time. So like I'm just trying to, bring awareness to what is trauma, what is trauma bonding, because I feel like that's very important. Like, you know what I'm saying, to be aware of trauma and the trauma bonding, you know what I'm saying, because like normally, building relationships based around trauma, normally they not good. The outcome may not be good. It might be cool at first, you know what I'm saying, but later on down the line, you might realize, oh yeah, man, me and this person wasn't even so to even been kicking it this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I say again, the trauma sometimes can have us blind. You know what I'm saying? Might even have you feeling like you in love with someone. You know what I'm saying? Because of the trauma and that this person is just this is how this person, this is their love language. It's trauma. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what that is. You know what I'm saying? No one love language should be trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like no one love language should be abuse. If a person, I feel like if a person loves you, it's an action to me. It's not necessarily it's a verb. If you love something, you're gonna do everything in your power to protect it. You're gonna do everything in your power to make sure that whatever you say you love is not gonna be hurt. It's not going to be damaged. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take good care of it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to nurture whatever, whatever this is that you say you love. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just something we have to understand. The effects of trauma and trauma bonding. So, like, this video right here, like I say, this was just talking about trauma bonding and just giving a few, examples, a few breakdowns exactly what trauma bonding is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us is in trauma bonding relationships, like I say, right now, currently. You might be in a relationship, might even marry someone based around trauma. You know what I'm saying? You might even have kids with someone based around trauma. You know what I'm saying? And now the kids gotta deal with your gotta deal with the effects of your your actions. Now the kids dealing with your consequences of you, bringing to the a kid in the world based around trauma. You know what I'm saying? Knowing good and well that you and this mother or you and the dad or whatever the case may be, y'all don't even really have no real common, similarities except for the trauma. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that got y'all connected or got y'all, in this relationship in the first place is the trauma. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna work on. You know what I'm saying? Is understanding trauma bonding relationships and just ways to peak trauma bonding relationships and understand just because you and a person relate don't mean y'all have to relate. You know what I'm saying? You can like be like, all right, hey, cool, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Share some tips with them or something that helped you get through whatever you was going through and keep it moving. That don't necessarily mean you so to be buddy with this person or that you so to get in an intimate relationship and a long-term relationship with this person, because this person can be toxic. You know what I'm saying? Some, not all people, you know what I'm saying, but this person can be super toxic and you may not even be aware of that. But you know what I'm saying? You might just think it's they traits or these they characteristics. I mean that can be true, but also you have to look at the trauma which might have made them create these traits and create these characteristics. So you have to be aware of that. So I'm just trying to bring awareness to trauma bonding on this video and to give y'all a little insight of what trauma bonding is. So like I say, this is Ezekiel. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, holla at you. Peace and love.